channel named Sen Ganesha Practical HR and Law. So today, in addition to HR or administration, I am going to discuss about the social compliance. As I gave you my introduction in the very first video that I have experience in HR, administration and social compliance. So many of my friends, those who are working in organizations where no any such principles like AC 8000 is applicable. So they asked me the question, or many of my friends, even though those who are not working in HR, they asked me the question, Sonia, what is the social compliance? You are working in HR, you have expertise in HR, and what is the social compliance in addition to HR? So today I am going to tell you in brief that what is the social compliance, because those facilities or factory which have their certification under SA 8000 principle, they need to maintain all the norms of the social compliance, and randomly or voluntarily the social audit is being conducted in such facilities in order to make sure that all such said norm of the SA 8000s are being compliant properly. The main motto behind the social compliance is to secure the benefit or the interests of the employees, or to provide them healthy and safe working condition in addition to the adequate or prevailing wages. So let's begin. What is the social compliance? Okay, a social compliance, a social compliance audit, also known as social audit, is an effective way to determine if an organization is compliant with social responsible principles, right? In order to verify, in order to make sure that all the norms and principles of social compliance are being followed by the set facility or factory, a social audit is conducted. Okay, and what is the social audit? Social compliance refers to how a company protects the health and safety as well as the rights of its employees, the community and the environment where it operates, in addition to the lives and communities of the workers in its distribution chain and its supply chain. Social compliance also refer to an organizational perspective on corporate social responsibilities, means CSR. Okay, hence, in addition to the internal compliance of all social audit norms, okay, there is a requirement that all the distribution chain and its supply chain should also make sure that these norms of social compliance are being implemented or are in use of there as well. Okay, social compliance audit, which are voluntarily and typically performed by independent social compliance auditor, who conduct these audits on suppliers' external facilities such as factories. Although social compliance audits may differ slightly depending upon the industry, the requirements for such social compliance audit is typically the same. When conducting an audit, an auditor follows a social compliance checklist, right? Means an auditor usually, or they have a social compliance checklist, and all the details of checklists are to be applicable while conducting an audit or social audit into a facility, no matter which type of industry is that, right? But it may be slightly differ from a industry to industry, slightly differ. Suppose somewhere in some industry a very heavy machine is installed to perform a particular operation or task, then a point or 2 or 3 points in health and safety may also be added for the purpose of the compliance. But there is a common checklist for social compliance, right? Social compliance principle help brand ensure their own companies and the supplier down their supply chain are adhering to ethical work practices. Social compliance guidelines from various industries and non-profit describe such employee rights as freedom of employment, protection from being harassed and discrimination against, and safe working condition. Right? After organization, you know, convey what they expect from their supplier facilities in the form of a code of conduct. Audit conduct social or compliance audits to verify the performance of the supplier. Okay, social audit is voluntarily, and the beginning of the social compliance starts when a COC or code of conduct is sent by these audit agencies to the facilities. And social audit is a practice to make sure that all the norms or the principles as laid down in the code of conducts are being implemented or maintained properly into that facility. Next, facility audits. Once the first step that COC is received, second step is the facility audit, means physical audit by an auditor. I'm going to tell you that what is the procedure. A facility social audit confirms that the documents that the facility is complying with the approved standard of the employee freedom of movement, correct pay and health and safety, as well as local laws. Okay, first of all, documentation check is done. How it is done? Because in order to make social or statutory compliance, facility needs to maintain the related documents, certificates and registration docs. Okay, and all these files are to be produced at the time of the social audit, so that social auditor may mark tick that this ABCD document is available. Next, a social compliance auditor may also uncover opportunity for some improvement in number of areas, like underage worker, collective bargaining, discrimination, environment, freedom of association, harassment and abuse, health and safety, forced worker, wages, excessive working hours. Okay, these are the critical issues which an auditor may observe during his or her visit into the facility. Right? The social compliance auditor conduct employee interviews with the individuals who are selected at random for better understanding their working condition and their living condition of the employee if they do reside in a factory or facility. The employee interview should be voluntary and conducted in private to give them an opportunity to bring up any bad treatment or any grievance that may need to be investigated. The auditor asks the employee questions regarding such as issues as working hours and conditions, length of employment, and their understanding of their employer disciplinary procedures, etc. So, this is the third step. Okay, the social compliance auditor conduct evidence and data. They report to the brand and the facility. The job of the auditor is to be impartial. However, they can make suggestions, and instead of viewing non-compliance as compliance issues or problems, the social compliance auditor may consider them as opportunities for improvement. Okay, so in brief, I have told you that social compliance is what? Okay, social compliance is the voluntarily social audit, because social audit is done. First of all, a COC is to be sent to the concerned facility. Then physical visit or audit of the facility is made. The observations are being noticed. Okay, the area of observation, as I have told you. Then the audit report is to be submitted to the brand as well as to the facilities. Okay, an auditor needs to be impartial and fair, but he or she may give some suggestions in regards to the improvement in the identified, you know, areas. Okay. So, how main the key of social compliance is the first is the code of conduct. During the audit, the key is the audit checklist. Then, what is the audit checklist? I will give you the all information about the audit checklist in brief in my next coming video. But now I am in short telling you because it's linked with the social compliance that what is the audit checklist, right? Social compliance audit checklist. There are a number of social compliance standards, but social accountability 8000 means AC 8000 is a leading global standard for factories and organizations. It was established in 1997 as a multi stakeholder initiative by Social Accountability International. A voluntary standard for social compliance is based on natural labor laws, the international human rights norms, and the UN Declaration on Human Rights. Right? So, this is all about a brief introduction of social compliance. Hope it would be helpful to all my friends who wish to know about that. In a very, I have tried in a very short way. Friends, if you really like my video, if you are new, please subscribe it. If you have already subscribed, then please don't forget to hit the press the button, like and share. Hope you would like my label. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.